So somebody wanted me to take a look at this quote. Hello, Sizer, here's a good idea for a video. What do you think of this quote? Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Sure, let's talk about it. I think the goal of this quote is to encourage men to be strong and to denounce weakness. It does create this false dichotomy where it's like you've got strong men and you've got weak men, and strong men equal good and weak men equal bad. I'm not going to get into that specific part of this, but I will go through each line and tell you what I think about it. But overall, the quote is like bullshit. Like this isn't reflected in real life for the most part. Here, let's go through each line. Hard times create strong men. Yes, sometimes that does happen. Some of the strongest men became that way because they had to overcome hard times. However, what happens way more frequently? Hard times create traumatized men. Hard times create violent men. Hard times create criminals. Men navigating the world with a chip on their shoulder and a woe is me mentality, that comes from experiencing hard times. You don't get that when your life is great. Strong men create good times. That should be correct to say strong men create good times for strong men and hard times for everyone else. Cultivating a disdain for weakness like this quote does, all that results in is strong men shitting on everyone else. Everyone that these strong men consider weaker than them, they get stamped out, they get bullied, they get oppressed, they get suppressed, all of it. Think of any time period in human history that you would consider good times. Was it good for everyone? Or was it good for the people at the top? You get what I'm saying? That's why shit like Make America Great Again sounds so ridiculous, because it's like, which time period are you talking about? Who was it great for? So yeah, strong men create good times for themselves and just screw everyone else. All right, keep going. Good times create weak men. I think that good times create peaceful men, but I also think a lot of men view peacefulness as a weakness. And that's because those same men view strength as an opportunity to overpower the weak. I think when your life is filled with struggle, you spend your time thinking about how to survive that struggle. And I think when your life is filled with abundance, you don't think about how to survive a struggle. You think about how to utilize your abundance, which is a good thing. We would be so much further as a society if we stopped glorifying the struggle. We glorify living in the trenches. We glorify being taken advantage of by our places of employ. Men will say with pride that they worked 60 hours a week or 80 hours a week, and they will talk shit on men who didn't. Bro, you're being exploited. But what ends up happening is, as the generations keep going, things get easier for them. We cure diseases, we automate or streamline things, we make the world easier for the next generation. Our parents used actual maps to navigate places. We had like MapQuest and shit, and now there's Google Maps for everything. But life getting easier isn't a bad thing. It's not a weakness. The goal should be for life to be easy. None of us asked to be here. It shouldn't be a struggle to be here. The idea that you have to earn your living just suggests that by default, we don't deserve to be alive. So yeah, I don't think good times create weak men. I think sometimes good times can create complacent men. Sure. But I think all in all, we should be aiming towards good times and the kind of people that we become when life is good. The idea that weak men create hard times, that's just not true. Strong men create hard times for everyone else. The overwhelming majority of major conflicts in human history were started by strong men. The strong oppress the weak has been a reoccurring trope all through human history. And we almost never encourage people to aim towards strength for the sake of being strong. It's usually aimed towards strength so that you don't get oppressed, so that you can stop other people from being oppressed, or so that you yourself can be in a position to oppress others. Which, I don't know if that indicates that there's just something inherently about strength that makes people want to take over some shit or oppress one another, but there's something there. But that's my take on this quote. Feel free to tell me what you think in the comments.